Alrighty, Rue and Cuckoo Cuckoo to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. I'm just trying to wait to see what. I mean, I already know what games are coming out, and actually, I was like, oh, none of them seem cool. And then I actually looked into it, and I'm like, alright, all of them seem like they're worth at least trying. One I think I'm gonna enjoy, Mafia 2. Definitive edition. I played Mafia 1 and I enjoyed that. I played it all the way to the end. It was fun. It had its moments. It was a good story. Gameplay wasn't great, but it was old school and I was okay with it. It had some moments that were pretty fun. Um, so I think I'd enjoy the second one. People are like, it's an older game. Don't expect the world from it. But if you like the first one, you'll probably like the second one. Still got the same sort of problems. It's like I'm okay with that. Um, the story was pretty good, and I enjoyed it. Gameplay was not great as it could be, but was good enough. The other ones are what? An Aliens game, Fire Team Elite, I think, which I actually during October watched like some Aliens movies and a lot of just horror movies, and some of which were from this franchise and whatever. And I like the franchise, but the games aren't always great. Aliens versus Predator was amazing, but I didn't play it proper. I think it's I don't think I have it on my channel anymore, but I think it's one of the first videos I actually made. I don't think I put it on my channel. I think I just shared it somewhere, but it was me playing Aliens versus Predator and not like really well, like just doing it poorly, like on PS3 and like just doing like an audio outtakes or just me being crazy and not playing the game properly and just being an alien and just being frustrated that I couldn't do what I wanted. I think I was on a tree and I was trying to get somewhere. It's like, this is dumb. I got mad and gave up, but the game is actually really good and I've played it before. That wasn't a great moment for me anyway, but it was still funny. And then what's the other one? Oh, it's a weird version of Dragon Ball The Breakers, I think, which is sort of like uh, F-13 or Dead by Daylight or Dawn or whatever it is, and games like that where it's like, I forget the word for it, but it's like there's one bad guy and then a bunch of victims, and you have to work together to try to defeat the bad guy. Only it's Dragon Ball, which I think is a really interesting concept. I looked it up, and it doesn't seem like the application worked out super great, and I don't know that I'll get anybody to play with me on it, but that's okay. I think I would still enjoy it just because the game itself, like I think it could be fun. So. But mostly other than Mafia, they're all games that I've heard are much better if you have friends playing with you, but that's not as likely. But you never know. So I'm like, if I can make space for them, and I probably will, I'm gonna try all of them. But how I try them, how much I enjoy them, I'll probably try the Dragon Ball one first, because I think I won't enjoy that as much, and I'll be more inclined to just be like, well, I gave it a shot, let's move on. Um, and then yeah. But, so I'm waiting for that, and it haven't quite come out yet, but, so I'm still playing this, because I know I'm not going to finish it right away, and it's going to take a minute. So, anyway, yeah, moving on. Da, 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 da. If there's anything you'd like from me, I'm all ears. Dot, dot, dot. It wasn't just Jesse and his sister. Jesse, James, Team Rocket blasting away at the speed of light. Surrender now or prepare to fight. This company has ingrained its structures of abuse and immoral. I've ordered internal investigations and audits. Everyone related to those illicit activities has been disciplined. Legal actions, firings, rebukes, all depending on the severity of the misdemeanors. Like, look, man, I'm on it. Those who were responsible have been sacked, And when those people who were responsible for the sackings didn't do the sackings, I got people to sack them. So just don't get bitten by a moose. Bites can be very nasty. Don't worry about it. I don't have a stomach for all that creepy corporate shit, so I'm trying to steer this ship in the right direction. Don't know what else I can tell you. Like, that would just be like, for Julia, just be like, you've killed the wind in my sails, man. Like, I came here ready, like, I was like, gonna warpath, and then I'm like, no. It'll be smart, because I'm not here to kill everybody. I want to, but I should sneak in and talk to you, because that's really my mission. But if I want to be all like a warpath, I could do it there. And it's like talking to this person who's like, oh, you might just be a poser. And it's like, you're not even paying attention to me. You're just sitting here on your phone. And it's like, yeah, no, that stuff disgusts me. I hate that shit. Actually, you seem pretty cool. Sorry about what they did to you. New management. I'm running this ship differently, and I fucked up their crap. Also, I'm just gonna say they're probably never gonna show up again. Does that mean you killed them? Nah, I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. I'm just saying it's very unlikely anybody will ever see them here again. That's it. That's very corporate speechy, right? Also, that I don't like it. I don't like them. I didn't like the way they did stuff, and maybe they harmed me too. Read between the lines. We might not be that different, you and I. And I'm not saying that as a villain to a protagonist. I'm saying that as somebody who was harmed by this company and was like, my company now. Like, are we done? Can we move on? Are you good? Because I probably already got your vengeance, and I just can't be all upfront about it. Are we good? Come on. Why can't we be friends? Rest in peace, Steve. Rest in peace. I'm still kinda sad about that, even though it's been a minute. And Julie's like, I had this whole speech and everything ready. Like, I had a plan. Like, I was like, oh, I'll be really cool by holding back and not just, like, punching my way through, and that would be like, oh, I'm cool because I was like reserved and I saved. Like, haha, what are you gonna do? It's like, I came out here. Like, I choose to come out here. I respected the fact that you didn't cause a bunch of trouble, and I'm talking to you. I didn't interrupt you because I know what you're gonna say, and honestly, it's basically what I already said myself or would say. You're right to be pissed off, and I get it. It's been taken care of about as well as it can be under new management. You have every reason to be mad at the old ways. I would be mad, and I was. And now I'm in charge. Put two and two together. Okay? Cool. Alright. You have a nice day. Here's my card, I guess. I don't fucking know. For fuck's sake. You know, it's just like, we've seen that a lot lately. Everybody's been saying that. Everyone's just like, what do you say to that? It's like, well, I wanted to Karen for a minute, damn it. It's like, they ruined my life. It's like, and they had their lives ruined. Not necessarily by you, but it's not a problem anymore. And yes, we still employ ghouls who do work, but it's not the way things were before. This is a much more ethical ghoul usage. They're not slaves. They're happy to be here. They're not Amazon workers peeing in bottles. They're, you know, allegedly, possibly, whatever. I don't know if that was whatever. They're here because they get paid a fair and reasonable wage or living wage, and the whole benefit of being a, you know, ghoul is just extra. It's like, I mean, come on, think about it. Would you rather just be like, oh, I get a crappy insurance plan with a terrible HMO or some shit. Or, I don't get sick and I heal because I'm a ghoul and I don't age also and I have supernatural of other things. Yeah, the hours are long, but you know how much work I get done? And I get paid as though I were working all those hours the work I do does. It's like I'm getting paid not for the hours necessarily, more for the work. So faster I work, more I get done, more I get paid. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. No matter how I look at it, seems like she's done everything I hope to achieve. Exactly. It's like, well, just like, alright, I guess I'll pull out a, like, do you have champagne or something? Like, a cigar I can smoke for victory? I was hoping to make a change here. It seems like you're already overly on top of it. And probably in a more fair way than me. I probably would have been like, death. So yeah. The Montgomery clan is over. The queen bitch, a symbol of everything that's wrong with the tech CEOs, is gone. Jesse, that perverted, embezzling son of a bitch, is gone. Like, the problem, gone. Hope took care of it. How did I miss out on this? I guess I was too busy trying to do errands for the Camarilla. Honestly, I'm impressed just, like, knowing Hope. Like, wow, you must have got on that Ritalin. Like, he's like, nah, that ADHD medication has really helped me. And I got a lot done. Or the parts of me that wanted to do that did it very well. I'm very focused when I want to be. It's like, man, I had a whole speech. And Hope's like, yes, I'm sure it was a great speech. But isn't it better to not have to say the speech? Isn't it better to just have things done? Like, your speech wasn't going to change the thing. It was just going to encourage me to try to do the thing, to change the thing, or be a threat or whatever. No threat involved. No need for speech. It's already done. Or it's a work in progress and it's already being... like, you're a little late, basically. But don't be mad. Be glad. It's... what you wanted is happening. I should be glad. See? Fuck! I didn't even know they were going to use the word glad. That's funny. So why is there a sinking pit in my stomach? Because you didn't get to enact your retribution. You don't feel vengeance. You didn't do it. You wanted to be the one that was like laughing maniacally and there's fire behind you and you're just like, dun, 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 and everyone's running in fear and you're mad that that's not how that played out because there's a part of you that very much wanted to eldritch horror kill people with your shadow tentacles and stuff. And, they ruined your human life and stuff. I get it. But it's not just that. Like, it wasn't just them that did that, okay? And you know that. Your sire kind of pushed them towards that. So, that's just how it do be. So don't sit there and be all like, meh. Just accept that what you needed and what you wanted, you kind of got it. So just be happy. This doesn't feel right. So that's capitalism, hon. You should make amends. I'm gonna go with that. It's like that. It's like, what do you mean amends? I didn't do shit. I fixed it. That's it. But this doesn't feel right. It's like, the problem's fixed. That I don't know if that fixes the whole ghoul underground thing, but honestly, I'm assuming it does. I don't know. I can't say it does or doesn't. All I can say is, I don't know. But I guess I'm going to go with you should make amends. someone must take responsibility. It's like, they did. Read between the lines. And she kind of like, holds up a piece of paper that says the lines. And it's just like, they dead. I killed them. Shh. Like, listen, I get why you're mad, but this is a corporation. Diffusing responsibility is what it does. Everybody who worked here is guilty. So are all the double spirals, clients, shareholders, etc. It's like, what, are we supposed to just go fucking final death all of them? Like the humans, like, come on. Think about it. Like, think about this. Like, seriously, consider what you're saying. Like, I didn't do that. I came here and cleaned that up. Everybody who worked here was part of it, and I have punished the people who were really, like, some people were just following orders. Some people are like, ooh, this is how we'll save a nickel for every person, which adds up to billions of dollars. It's like, dude, the shareholders are so, like, what do you want me to do? I hated Montgomery, too. I took the company from her hands as an outsider, and now I'm the only person on a power trip here. All the fuckheads who disgusted me are gone. Like, we are on the same page. Can you, like, read up enough to catch up? Because I have things to do. Like, do you think I want to be here running this fucking thing? No. I don't want the bastards that were doing things before doing it. Now it's my job, and it's kind of time intensive, and I should be doing other things. So I hope you get that it's done. It's taken care of. You're good. I'm not sitting here lying to you, trying to get you to go away. It's like, no, your mission is complete. Your little personal vendetta thing, it's done. Like, I did it for you. You're too late. It's already finished. There isn't anybody left to punish. It's already taken care of. I got to it in an official and legal and legitimate way, which you probably weren't going to do. So, you should be thanking me that I saved you time, effort, and whatever negative outcomes. So, just, like, give me a fist bump or a high five and go about, like, a hug or thank you, or and do better things with your life. You want to hold me accountable? Sure, but hold me accountable for my own actions. Hell, these would be more than enough to put me away for life. It's just like, what I've done to these people would, yeah, I would be in trouble, but... And what I've done to fix this, yeah, probably get in trouble for that. But that's what you wanted, right? Or alternatively, everything she's done prior to being here. Or both. Take your pick. Dealer's choice. It's like, but don't blame me for their stuff. Because that's exactly why I did what I've done. And you should be thanking me. So, be cool. The biggest case in my professional life. Solved by some weirdo who fucked Kara and Jesse over in a presumably underhanded ways. I mean, if I recall correctly, Hope's story was the most interesting, and it was basically spoilers for it, I guess. Finding a way to distract them so that they could, by multiple nefarious means that were still technically legitimate, buy enough of the stock and everything to become the multiple shareholder and basically like, oh yeah, no, I actually own most of the thing now. And we're saying get out. Oh, you don't like that? I guess we're going to fight to the death and I'm going to kill you. I think she ate her. Like, I'm pretty sure she fucking ate her. Like, she was just like, we're not supposed to do this, but I'm real angry at you. So, I don't care. And I was like, oh, you shouldn't have done that. But I get it. But you shouldn't, like, that's, and it's like, ah, too bad. I'm in charge now. Haha, like, legally, and I did this, and me. Oh, me. You know? It doesn't get more anticlimactic than this. Fucking hell. Boo fucking who. You didn't get to punch people on the way in. You didn't. You end up talking to the new CEO, and they're just like, "Oh yeah, no, you're totally right about how you like. Yeah, everything you were mad about, totally justified, totally agreed. Already did the thing. Already took care of it. You don't have to worry about that. You can get mad at me for how I took care of it, but it seems kind of like you might have been worse at it. I don't know. Just saying. So yeah, it's you don't have to worry about it. Sorry about what happened to you before I got around to getting to it, because it was kind of a complicated process, but you may not feel like your is filled, but those responsible have been held accountable, and I'm not going to tell you exactly what happened, but just you're going to have to trust me that, look around, things aren't the same. I didn't like the company either, and I screwed them over real bad. So, I feel angry at me because I did what you wanted to do, because I got there faster and actually pulled it off, probably in a legitimate way to some degree, and you maybe wouldn't have been capable of doing that. So I just, yeah, it's like, I have better things to do, you have better things to do. Let's just, again, high five me and maybe send me a fruit basket. I don't really want them. I'll just throw them off the building because I think it's cool to be like, wee splat. But not all at once. Like a single grape, some strawberries, banana, just whatever. But it's done. You're good. I did the crusade for you. You're welcome. I want to ask her how she did it, but why would she tell me? All I can ask is, she's an outcast who decided to get her hands dirty and obtain power to do something she considered good. You're not very far off of that. That's basically, it's like, do you know you're talking to a Malkavian? Malkavians do things for Malkavian reasons, and it's probably better that you don't understand why. Because understanding why puts you at danger. It either means that you're starting to lose it, or they might have a reason to target you. Just be thankful that it happened. And that you didn't have to dirty your hands. It sucks that whatever happened to you happened, but it's taken care of. Just move on with your life, dude. In the end, did you get what you wanted? Yes. If you had tried to do it yourself, could you have gotten what you wanted? Maybe not. They could have beaten you. So this makes sense. You're good. Something I've always been afraid to do. Anyways, I feel for you, but I have a lot of work to do, so if this wasn't just a trip down memory lane and you have any other questions, speak now or forever hold your peace, okay? Like, I feel like Hope has really grown as a person. Just like, look, it's not easy. I kind of thought I would just bring this thing down and that would be good. It's like, but if I just let it fall down, it would just get taken over by somebody else, and then I'd still have the same problem, and I realized that, and I thought I'd just feel good about the vengeance thing, and it's like, fuck. Now I gotta be responsible for it. I feel like a car just ran me over, but I need to keep my shit together. Right, a few days ago, the Anarch Baron was found dead in his office. Are you familiar with the case? Douglas Callahan? Of course. Familiar. Every kindred online is talking about it. And what are they saying? Sad, like real sad because can't use internet anymore and used to do so to get info. Now I gotta walk around and talk to people like a fucking boomer or some shit like that. That's crazy. They're that's so mean. I'm sorry. They're accusing everyone. I mean, it's the internet. They're accusing you. It's like, why would they do that? I found a peculiar note in Callahan's remains that had your name on it. Huh? What can you say about this? Nothing. I never met the guy. I've never even seen him. He wasn't my crowd. And for all you know, that's entirely true. There may be another version of the identity that's not true, but could be very true, could not. Then why would he have a note with your name in his pocket? Motherfucker had everybody was his enemy, okay? Why were Walt Disney's last written words Kurt Russell? No clue. Okay, I don't know. What is that about? That can't be true. I feel like if I think too much about that, I'm gonna hurt my brain. So I'm just gonna move on, and I'm not gonna look it up. I'll probably just forget. I don't want to know. I watch her closely, but nothing suggests she's hiding anything. Well, the note actually contained 3 other names and nothing else. Agathon, D'Angelo, Tamika. Ringing any bells now? Her finger, which hasn't stopped moving across the phone touchscreen since I first saw her, freezes. It's like, okay, then I do feel a little bit pointed out. And if I recall correctly, that was part of my problem with the way the other one ended. Was like, I did all this work for Hope, and Hope was my favorite. Well, it wasn't the hardest, but it was not a small task, and Hope did very little, and I was just like, seriously? You just did this? It's like, or did Hope even do anything, like, in the final battle? I don't think Hope did. And most of them didn't do shit. It was just like, okay, so these new characters are going to be what everything I did with them is going to decide everything. Alright, whatever. Yeah, it kind of does, actually. It's a short list of promising unaffiliated kindred that was making rounds in the NYC a few months ago, in case anybody needed a hero for hire. That's a fair answer. I didn't know Callahan had it. I know Sophie Langley did, as well as a few Primogen. Not sure about the Anarchs. Honestly, it's like, for somebody who has all the Malkavian, this is a really, like, straightforward, businessy, like, cogent, coherent, fucking, like, dude, I got things to do. Who could have prepared this list? People who have the ability to write English letters on a piece of paper. A pen, a paper, and also no names. Like, it's not, like a lot of vampires know about us. You know, we're kind of a big deal in our own way, I guess. One of the local information brokers, i.e., any Nosferatu, Malkavians, particularly Nosy Toreador, an influential Ventru. Heck, a lot of people could have this. Even a Bruja who's just like, I beat it out of people. Like, that could happen. It's not like this is like you know, there's only so many. I mean, well, New York is pretty big, but there's only so many meaningful, like, you know,